Lucy, hi. Is ever, what is it? So I think today I woke myself up a couple different times with that whole, like, body jerk thing or whatever, where, like, you're asleep and you jerk yourself awake somehow, like, you're just, like, your whole entire body just, like, twitches really hard or whatever. I keep having those, and I've heard different things about, like, what those are and whatnot, and, like, one of them I've heard was, like, one of those body twitches things supposedly had to do with death or something dumb like that. I don't know. I'll have to go home and go check it out. So I just passed somebody going down the road, and they did one of those kind of stare as you drive by things, like you both stare at each other, and it was kind of weird. I don't know, must have something in my hair or whatever. Alright, and we're here at the bank to go do bank stuff, because bank stuff is so much fun. And I am paid. Being paid is such a great feeling, even though it doesn't last very long because of bills and other stupid adult things, but still, I don't know, this feeling is awesome. Now it's off to get something for lunch because I'm starving. So this is what it really is. I know in the video it doesn't look like it, but I'm like on this guy's ass pretty much, and I'm going like way slow. Of course I can't pass because it's just crazy, and plus I got a solid yellow line. So yeah, I'm just kind of stuck behind this dude until we get somewhere that I can pass him or turns or whatever. I think it's funny because I complain about all these crappy drivers and everything like that, but I know that's going to be me when I get old and become all part and all that crap. So I don't know why I'm complaining. I guess I'm just a complainer. What do I want? What do we want?
Thanks for stopping at Taco John's. I'll be right with you.
Alright. Nachos Navidad. It's funny because Taco John's commercials really, like the Christmas ones especially, really make me happy.
So about the way, what can I get? Okay, what else can I get for you?
2 sides of nacho cheese and that'll be all.
That'll be 12.7. You can get the one. Thank you.
Thank you. So nice. I remember Taco John's is my first job when I first started working many years ago. It's pretty awesome. That place is great. Alright, so I don't know if any of you have heard of a dude named Van Oss on YouTube. He basically will put videos of him and his buddies playing games and stuff like that, and on YouTube, and there's some incredibly funny games. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto for a little while now, and they have a lot of really funny Grand Theft Auto moments that you should check out because they're absolutely hilarious as hell. And I had to quit watching them for a while because my stomach would hurt so bad from laughing. So I'm going to put his link down in the description, but be sure to check him out and see what he's all about. He does Grand Theft Auto. Basically, he does all sorts of games, but since I'm on a Grand Theft Auto kick right now, that's kind of where it is. So yeah, check it out. And yes, I'm holding my arm up because my arm is tired. So you guessed it, I'm at Walmart again. So it's old. $29 for a pair of headphones. So my car can start smelling like a new car again. Yeah. I mean, you'd think with how much I spend money, I would be like beyond broke. But I really don't spend that much money, mainly because when I buy stuff, it's usually really cheap stuff, and I try to buy a little bit at a time, I guess, so that way I don't break the bank that quick. Now it's off to the gas station. Pumping gas, yeah! I don't know what my issue is tonight. I don't know what my issue is tonight. I'm just like really incredibly hyper tonight. It's kind of weird. Wow, so this is bull crap. Gas in Newton is still $1.99, whereas gas in Altoona was like $1.95. What kind of crap is that? I don't really feel like driving clear to Altoona just to go get gas for cheaper. Fill up, fill me up, fill me up, buttercup. People driving by and they think I'm weird, which it's okay because I am weird and I acknowledge that. $6, you're gonna go all the way. That ought to fill me up. That's what she said. Alright, so Dollar General, get one more thing, and I'm done spending money for the night. On the hunt for pretzels, and I think I just passed them. And we got them. Alright, so I decided that it's time to go for a little walk. Kind of get out of the car for a while, because that's all I do is drive. And like somebody mentioned in a comment not too long ago, you know, all I do is drive. So here I am not driving. Here I am walking. Walking down the sidewalk. So, like I've said before, I hope everybody had a really good Christmas. You know, I think it's funny because there are all sorts of like stories and stuff like that that are on the internet that are about like people that are all getting bent out of shape because of people wishing them a Merry Christmas or whatever. Like I read something in the news today about this guy that flipped out on a flight because the flight attendant, originally what it was the attendant at the gate or whatever. So anyway, so the attendant at the gate was like, you know, Merry Christmas or whatever, like anybody normally would do. And he flipped out and he's like, not everybody celebrates Christmas. And the lady's like, well, what do you want me to say? And he's just pretty much like, not Merry Christmas. And so, you know, he goes about his thing. He gets on the airplane, and the flight attendants wish him a Merry Christmas. And at this point, he's already pissed off because of the, what do you call it? There we go. He's already pissed off because of what the counter attendant or whatever said. So he flips out on these flight attendants and the captain and all that. And so they end up stopping the flight in like mid-flight or something like that, like emergency landing somewhere, and removing this dude off the plane because he's sitting there just like causing a scene and disturbance and all this crap. And so I just thought it was pretty funny how, you know, people get so bent out of shape out of the littlest things. Like, if I didn't celebrate Christmas, if I didn't believe it in or whatever, I'd be like, you know what? You know, happy holidays to you too. I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. You know, I wouldn't even say that I don't celebrate Christmas. I'd just like, well, same to you. Hope you have a good one. Whatever, and just respect it. But people are so hell-bent on shoving their belief and their religion and crap down each other's throat, and it's welcome to America. What else was there? I can't really think of anything else that was in the news. I can't see the sidewalk. So I'm out walking around the middle school, like out in the track or whatever, kind of by the school or whatever. And, you know, being out here kind of makes me think of, you know, all the crap that happened that year. You know, like I was in middle school in 2001, and that's when September 11th happened. And I remember I was sitting in home ec with Mrs. Gran, and Mr. Gallagher, the principal, came on the intercom and was like, you know, everybody needs to turn the TV on to channel whatever to, you know, see what's going on. And I remember we were watching the attacks fold out on TV. I think we turned it on right after the first tower got hit or something like that. And so we're watching it on TV and everything like that. And yeah, that was an interesting day. Like, the whole entire day had this like weird quietness to it. Like, it was just calm and peaceful, you know. It was just, I don't know, it was just weird. Like, all the life that everything around me had was just sucked out of it, and it was just kind of, it wasn't chaotic or anything like that. It was weird. And then I remember I met this one girl in one of the classes that I had, and like, I remember I like had the hugest crush on her for like ever, for the longest time that I can remember. And like, but I couldn't bring myself to say, hey, I like you or whatever, because I'm like, you know, what chick like her would want to get with some dork like me, you know? So, and that crush went on for years. I think I had that crush until probably like high school, like freshman year or something like that. And I don't remember what made me drop that crush. I don't know if it just kind of fizzled out for me or like what happened, but I just remember, you know, freshman year is kind of when it all stopped, which is kind of weird. I really need to get myself a belt because like my ass is hanging out and like it don't matter. I can pull these pants up and they'll sag down in like 2 seconds. Hey world, I didn't really mean to show you my ass. There it is, middle school entrance where it all happened. Remember, there's a room that's like to the right of that mural that's there, I think, or to the left, I don't know. And that was where I spent a lot of time in detention because in middle school I was kind of a wild child and I didn't know what behaving meant. I spent a lot of time hanging out with Bonnie, I think her name was. Then I remember high school, I did detention a couple times with Tish, and I think if anybody remembers Tish, she was the one that wore cow pants all the time, and she was awesome. I always kind of sort of got away with things with her. She usually would cut me a break, but there's been a few times where it was kind of like, you have to do the time. So if you ever get the chance to check it out, it's the newest Punk Goes album, and it's the one that's got Ain't It Fun and Wrecking Ball and all that. They actually have some really cool beats in this album. You should go check it out. I'll be sure to include the link in the description to the iTunes site so you can listen to it. Alright, so I got myself one of these window graphic things. Iowa, obviously, because Iowa is the team that you should be rooting for. I'm trying to put it on right there-ish. So this should be entertaining. Let's see how long it takes before I get pissed off and get mad and quit. Alright, so I got the sticky part on there. But it don't look centered. There it is, even though it kind of is not on there straight. I don't know, I guess it kind of sort of lines up with the license plate, which, a neat surprise, I'm going to be getting Iowa license plates, like University of Iowa plates instead of the standard. Alright guys, well it's time to call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so by clicking the red subscribe button down on the bottom. Links in the description for the iTunes thing for the albums I was just talking about. Also, I did upload a little short film, the Chipmunk Trash Talk. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Also check out the video I uploaded this morning about yesterday morning for the accent tag. If you live in another state and you're watching, be sure to do one and upload it so I can see what your accent sounds like if you have one. Anyways, hope you guys have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.